personal power, people positive, the community of connection. This is the Bob Jeswald Show.
Yeah, Toni Rae Hill is amazing. Good. I see all the time. Toni, your eyes say it all. You smile. Despite the fact that you felt with everything that's been going on with you, of course, you had a fracture. And your fracture was where again?
The femur neck.
Yeah, because that's pretty bad. It's serious. I mean, if you hit that the wrong way and hit an artery, that could be fatal almost if you weren't getting it proper. And how that happened because of your multiple sclerosis or muscular dystrophy?
I have multiple sclerosis, but from talking to like some of the trainers at the gym or CASA, I ran all the time, and I wasn't ready to run all the time, and I didn't realize that could happen with running, just a stress fracture.
Sure.
And that happened to my friend Randy. He had a stress fracture. He's actually training to run again. He wants to run 100 miles. So.
Great. Oh, wonderful. Wow. And Joanne, I mean, as a trainer, I didn't realize, could that be from a condition like what Toni had is why she got that hip fracture?
Yeah, it can be from a discrepancy in your gait. It can be from osteoporosis. It can be from a wide variety of things.
I gotcha. Yeah, so I didn't even realize that. But when I see you all the time, you're running, you're at the gym, even at the gym and stuff, you have even on Facebook, I'll use social media, because social media is kind of sometimes we hide behind it a little bit, all of us do. Let's face it, every time you do a social media push, when you look at that person, you say, God, she's the happiest person in the world, Toni Rae Hill. But what's really going on? Because there's moments that you felt so sad that you were contemplating suicide.
Yeah, I don't know why this. I guess partly MS has been known. People with MS are known to kill themselves. It's very isolating.
Okay,
you lose part of you, not be able to do what you used to do. But getting out on my old beater bike, which is like 35 years old. And
one of the best constructed bikes, probably.
Solid steel, yes.
Heck yeah.
And it needed work, but I was out there riding around a neighborhood, and she was my neighbor then, Casa, come pulling up next to me and say, "Hey, come join our group ride." They do ride Monday nights.
Yeah.
And
plan.
Once spring forward happens, we start riding, which is in 33 days. I'm ready to go.
Good. Look at it. I love it.
And I said, no, I can't keep up with y'all. They got the super bikes and road bikes and super fast. She goes, no, we got some slow people too. Well, gee, thanks. But I did. I joined them, and it changed my life. It's like the sun came out.
Yeah.
From behind the clouds. And from there, I wanted another bike. My bike was old, and I couldn't keep up with them. So I started talking to Jason McKenzie, and it was a anonymous donor who got this bike for me. I remember Jason's come in and said, look at this bike. Test ride it. I said, I can't afford that. Test ride it. I did. He says, I can't afford it. He says, well, come back Saturday. I'll see what I could do. Came back Saturday. He said, the bike's yours. He had an anonymous donor bought it for you.
Wow.
Don't know who it was.
Joanne, I know that hits Joanne pretty close, too, because she works with a lot of folks that are triathletes, and she bikes herself, too. So, I mean, that's a nice little
Life
gift.
is better on two wheels.
It is. It sure is.
It is. It's so much. It's a whole new world when you're on a bike.
Folks are just probably listening to this right now. They want to know, well, how long have you had MS?
I don't know how many. I was diagnosed the year George Bush was elected president.
Oh, wow.
First
okay.
time.
Sorry, wow. What, George W. or George H?
W.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it, but,
so,
yeah.
wow. So you've been dealing with, you don't mind me asking, how old were you then? Here I go again with the age. I am so sorry. I always, Toni, I do this.
Bob and his age.
I do. I just, so people had perspective. They just want to know, where, and we won't try to figure out where you're at now. If you could think, I'm going to say you were a teenager.
I wish.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Because you don't look it. No, that's great, though. But despite not getting to the age thing, what does it do, Joanne? Okay, we all know exercise is good. We know that the blood's flowing for Toni. She's going through all this. How does it take the dopamine? What does it do to our psyche?
Exercise?
Yeah.
Exercise, I mean, it's got all sorts of health and wellness benefits from, it's a dopamine effect. So you get some endorphins, and endorphins make you feel good, and then Then you get addicted to feeling good, so you keep going.
So would it be fair to say, Toni, you're getting doped up on the bike in a good way, naturally?
You get freedom when you're on your bike too, and like you're a cyclist, you know how it is. You're out there and you see like the deer and just. I would like to go mountain biking, but no.
It's a little tricky. Yeah, I think and I've done. I in fact, I have a bad injury that still to this day is from going down a side of a good hill. I would say McDowell Mountains in Arizona with my cousin, training for a triathlon, and I went down the hill. Not a good deal. Not a good deal.
Stay on the wheels.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wheel side, rubber side down. I think what it says.
So you live with MS.
Yeah.
I mean, you live with it. You feel isolated with it. I heard you say that. So
I was, yeah.
What is the isolation like? Because I see you around a lot of people. You're engaging on social media. Your eyes are always smiling, even now. It goes with your smile. Now you got the most beautiful smile in your eyes, and you got this necklace around with a heart. I notice that too. If folks are watching us on YouTube or WRBL.com, what's the heart signal?
I refuse to let. I work at it, but to let life take me down. If that makes any sense, you know.
Yeah, of course.
You know, one of my favorite artists. He's not as good at. Sorry, John.
Yeah.
That's Bon Jovi.
Okay. Yeah. God rest his soul. I know. It's sad to think it's. You know what a crew they were. You know.
Yeah, he can't sing anymore, but hey.
Yeah.
Sorry, John.
Yep. There you go. But I see you as a Fleetwood Mac fan for some reason. Not a Stevie fan or not.
Stevie Nicks, yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Who doesn't?
Not Lindsey Buckingham.
Who doesn't love Stevie Nicks?
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Saw Boss Gags with Stevie Nicks one time in Las Vegas at Mandalay Bay. Everybody kept saying through Boss Gags, Stevie, and they're all dressed in their black outfits, Stevie, and I'm like, I want to hear Boz first, and then I'll listen to Stevie Nicks. So you have Joanne. Did you see Joanne's face in that one?
Yeah.
Did I throw you a curveball,
I actually
JoJo?
didn't know that John did John. I didn't even know John died.
No, he's not. He's still here.
No, he's still alive. Meaning
okay.
his voice is dead.
His voice is dead.
His voice is dead.
I was
Sorry.
like, how did I miss
Be
that
careful.
one?
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking about the Boz Gags thing.
No, I mean I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm dating myself. Boz Gags. You never heard of Boz Gags?
Nope, never.
I know you're from Canada. You know Gino Vanelli. I know that.
Nope,
don't even know Gino Vanelli.
Nope.
JoJo.
You know Stevie Nicks is.
Nope.
Who does?
You don't know Stevie Nicks?
No, I don't think so.
Joanne,
Maybe.
stop it. Really?
I lived a sheltered life.
You did not. That's crazy. Yeah, God.
I mean, I probably do, but I can't.
Thunder
remember.
only happens when it's. I'm just giving you some.
Definitely does
Let's think
not
of
ring a
another
bell.
Fleetwood Mac.
Sorry.
Rumors, the album. Yeah, that's that number. There is a generational gap
Well,
there.
she was when
I think I was living in the Michael W.
American Horror
Smith and
Story,
Amy
too.
Grant
Okay.
phase
Amy
when
Grant
I
was
was a
good.
kid.
Amy Grant's spiritually fun to listen to. I like listening to her.
Yeah, I think I
occasionally.
was in that phase.
Yeah, I got you. It was 90s. It's the early 90s.
Yeah, maybe some New Kids on the Block, maybe.
See, this is what we're
Maybe.
dealing with, Toni. See, this is good.
I like all kinds of music, like Nothing More.
That's about it. And then I was playing outside.
That's a good thing to do. That's why you are who you are today. You're an outdoors woman. So, and you like fitness and health, and outdoors is good. So, Toni, relating to that, music, Bon Jovi is one, but what music soothes the soul. People out there that have any other condition like MS that we're talking about, or I notice people like that. There's a few runners that I know too. I won't say her name, but I think I'll just say Renee. You know, Renee in the community, she runs a lot.
I've seen her out
Renee,
there, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Brunette, yeah. So I think she has MD. She has some type of muscular dystrophy, one of the many muscular diseases. I can't remember which one it is, but she was doing it, but I haven't seen her in a while. And it worries me because when I see that, I know she has
She's
some
still
times.
out and about.
Is she? Okay, I just haven't seen her. But when do you get together with other people in the community to be like a support group or something? I mean, you've lived with this for a long time now. Even though I'm still trying to find your age, but I can't get there yet. I'm still
Just
trying.
cave.
Well, I know who Bon Jovi is. I should let you know.
We know Bon Jovi. Okay, good. Okay.
There used to be support group, and then it kind of disbanded.
Yeah.
And I just started finding, and then 2020 happened, and
Sure, that just
everything
blew
shut
Oh,
down.
that was ridiculous. Yeah.
Everything shut down. I was working in the office, keeping it open, and while everybody was working from home, so I was isolated that way.
Yeah.
And and the gym was closed.
Yeah.
And I just pulled my old bike out, pumped airs, and the tire and, rode it around. And
that was it?
yeah, that was it. And I got that new bike, and I call it Gandy for short, because it's taken me on so many adventures. I did Bike MS. I've ridden out to the airfield. I've ridden in South Georgia for my birthday.
Okay.
And the Man of War Trail.
Beautiful. Isn't that's phenomenal. Joanne, have you been on it yet, Joanne?
Yes.
It's phenomenal.
I've done that.
I love it. I mean, I can't get enough of that. I love the mountain. I mean, I love going up a big hill and then coming down and doing the same thing again. Both. It looks different each direction you go. It looks like a completely
Uphill
different
both
route.
ways.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Yeah, uphill both ways is right. But you, if by yourself, single, what's the deal with Toni?
I don't know.
Just kind of. But would you
I
say
stay busy though.
you stay busy? Okay, that's cool.
I'm always busy.
I'm trying to really pry in here to get into
Yeah,
Toni's head.
Bob's going.
I'm going for the jugular, Toni. Oh yeah, I'm
going
trying to
into your
as much
personal
as
life
I've seen the
here.
necklace. I'm looking at the glass. She's smiling. She's good.
It's a psychological well-being.
Toni
program.
Rae Hill may have something else going on here. I think we could take her to Vegas, play a little poker. She'd be a great. She got the poker face. She's got it all going on. It's good.
I'm like Buddy the Elf. I'm always smiling.
I love it. Yeah, but you do. I mean, it's so hard to think. Yet what's the song? Is behind God? What song I just here I go with the song, Joanne. I feel it building. It's
know it.
upwelling. It's a song behind that smile. You just don't know what's behind the smile sometimes, and you hide it well. You do. Yeah, I mean, and you've gone through your trials and stuff. But what tell us about your social media platform, because on social media, every time I see it, it's engaging. You like Toni Rae's on it. I mean, she's all over the
I'm just
place.
I'm trying to encourage people, despite your disability, despite
Sure.
what's going on in your life, be active. And, this segues to the Y, which is a great place. And some of the trainers there, just like, Casa, Nadine, Free, Erica, Andy, I could list them all.
Yeah. That's great.
Corey. But they always encourage you to be more active, move. And they're part of my recovery from spiritually and physically.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So-
I mean, Joanne, when you came to town, over almost 15, 16 years ago or whatever, but you started Be Active. It was like kind of a social media group.
Yeah.
What was your
still out there.
what was your rationale behind that too? I mean, it seems like we all have to be motivators of some sort, and I think you doing that, Toni, you're definitely motivating. Joanne, you're motivating. There's something about that helps you, doesn't it? It kind of feels like it's healing, right? I mean, Joanne, your husband was serving at the time, deep serving at that time overseas, and is that something that helped you?
Yeah, I mean, it's if you find a group of like-minded people, then you can get out and solve the world's problems while you're moving your legs in circles for a while.
Take it off yourself, even though you're in a spot, and you see it, Toni. I would never know. I mean, there's very little. I mean, your movement's good, your mobility's great. What's your challenges now with just after the fracture?
Well, this legs was always a little shorter, but it seems like
That's her left leg. So you're talking about your left leg.
Oh, yeah, my left leg.
Yeah, it's okay.
And so I'm walking like Captain Barbosa.
No. Okay, tell Joanne and I who Captain Barbosa is.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's right. Okay. Did you know that, Joanne?
I did watch that movie.
Okay, good. Yes. Love it. Great movie.
Maybe two of them.
Two of them. Okay, good. I can't remember. Is there Johnny Depp's there? They did 4. Are they at number 4 now?
No,
It was a
I
3.
think 3.
There was this 3. Are they talking about a 4th one?
Yeah, he's not going to be in it.
It's not
though.
going to be in it. Yeah, it won't be the same. Especially after,
But yeah, I got a slight limp, but
Yeah.
I'm getting. I was telling the guys that riding bikes, I'm getting my what's the word? Part of the MS, you can't remember what you're saying, but I'm
No, it's okay. You're
I
doing
get
good.
my spunk back when I'm walking. I'm moving.
Yeah.
I had to watch my balance sometimes. The foot drop, so I don't want to fall.
Sure.
But I went like a walk in the woods. I call it a hike. I hadn't done that since the hip
Sure.
thing. The dogs, my friend's dogs, and my mom's dog, my other mom's
Right.
dogs. Being outside, I love hiking.
Yeah. That's right. It's the best.
It is.
It's nature. When you hike, it's therapeutic. I'll just say, for in any stage, for anything, anybody, any condition, anything I don't care what
Makes
you
it-
have. Or what
being
you,
afraid, I have to be outdoors. I'm stuck inside.
oh
all
yeah,
day. I have to be
absolutely.
outdoors.
Although my allergies are killing me right now
Yeah.
down here in the deep south because of that, but it's worth the sacrifice to have an allergic reaction to the pollen and
I know we
all
had,
spores.
we had the front doors locked at work for some reason, and I had to hold the door open for the UPS to bring the stuff in.
Sure.
Like, I don't mind. I'm getting fresh air.
That's what it's all about. It does, makes a difference.
Yeah.
But which, I think everybody can totally relate to that. Do you, what is your day like? I mean, here's Toni, anyone listening, you do it. You just seem so, and I don't mean this bad. It seems like you're very simple about everything. You just go with the flow.
I joke about being like a hobbit. I'm just that easygoing.
Yeah, you are.
I do have a little temper sometimes, but I'm learning to control it. My mom was Comanche, so I tend to.
Yeah, you do have the cheekbones. I can
Yeah.
see that. You got nice cheekbones, yeah.
My dad was like Buddy the Elf. So.
Yeah, there you go. I get Buddy the Elf. Is that what you call him? So that's the Irish side. I'm guessing, I don't know what hell your nationality would be.
English. I think they're
right,
English.
English is just
Yeah.
English is English.
Yeah.
Sounds good. But you have that, but you got a good, I'm going to say your temperament looks good to me, despite the fact you say you have a temper. All of us do sometimes.
Yeah.
When you're driving the traffic down here, you can't help it.
Oh, that's when it comes out.
Oh, yeah. I just took a guess. It's just because it's ridiculous. People
That's
drive.
when my temper comes in.
Yeah, it's like, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? But you get up in the morning, walk mom's dogs, you do some stuff. I mean, if there's anyone listening too that just feels like feel like there's nothing else they could do. How could they contact you? Do they need to get what groups? Somebody far away listening, who do they connect with somebody with any kind of like conditions? And because MS is very unique, like you said, I didn't realize it can affect your cognitive. It's neurological. I suppose it makes sense. But you get through it.
I don't want to be inspired, make someone think. My doctor wants me on medication. But I stayed so sick on it. The side effects are just... So I took myself off of it, and he's probably going to be mad at me again if I'm saying this, but I told him, and I cut the sugar out of my diet. I'm trying to eat more healthy.
It has a lot to do with it.
And just moving, period. It helps with stress. You're staying more limber. So
What would the medicine be used for you? What capacity?
what it does is... I don't know. That's the thing.
Yeah. See, I mean,
There's something. I think the medicine I was taking does something to your blood, brain, something or another.
Yeah.
There's other medicines that slows down your immune system.
Yeah, I don't want any of that either. That
You
would
know-
make me. Yeah, it could be me. It sounds like maybe some kind of a prednisone type thing or something that might take inflammation.
They had me on that too, and I was like, I
Yeah.
gained a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I just, that's my personal choice to be off the medication.
Absolutely.
It's like quality over, quantity of life or whatever. I'm tired of the side effects, and one of the side effects is speeding my heart rate up like gazillion beats per minute just sitting here.
Yeah, without even exercising.
Yeah, it's like
crazy.
I don't need this. Well, how about this medication? It slows down your heart rate.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What is Joanne? I see it. Your wheels are like kind of turning. I mean,
Oh,
we're not
my
medical
wheels are always
professionals,
turning.
but I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, if it's not hurting you and it's something you're breathing fine and all that good stuff, and remarkably, what you're doing, you walked in here fine, you're looking good, rehabbing well, ambulating every day. I mean, if the doc, you tell the doc. I mean, they haven't said, Toni, if you don't take this, you're in trouble, or did they ever say that to you? Or
well, he's kind of concerning a little bit, but I was like, this is my personal choice. I know how I felt on the medication. The side effects were worse, and I don't want to take more medications to counteract those side effects. I'm like,
no, I'm with you.
now here I am out there off the medications, moving and enjoying life and functioning.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, quality, right? I mean, but this wouldn't have any. I don't know if this has anything to do with it. Without the medicine, is there any detriment with the disease worsen? Are they saying, or would it, or what you're
They
doing?
said your brain could shrink, but I'm a diet cokeaholic,
So I don't think so. That's just too much caffeine in that. If anything, that'll dilate the blood vessels, right?
yeah, I mean,
Not being
it's
facetious,
like,
but
that's my personal choice.
sure.
you
No,
know.
I respect that. I mean, right? I mean, Joanne, you work with a lot of folks in your industry, and you've seen it. You've seen people with bad accidents. You've seen people with depression, PTSD, and much more. I mean, how does this relate to that? What does Toni's situation seem like?
No, I mean, I think everybody's different in whether they want to take medicine or not. You kind of have to be a champion for your own health and see what makes you feel the best and make your own personal decisions on whether or not you want to go down the medicine route. Sometimes our doctors don't always listen to us. The good ones do. And there's probably medication out there that would lessen your symptoms if you have symptoms. But you just have to find the right doctor that's willing to go down that path.
Yeah, that's good advice. Maybe you should.
It's very easy just to put a Band-Aid on things and just give you the first available thing. It's just like when we were talking with Dr. Champion, and he was referencing that marathon runner,
right?
who kind of got poo-pooed from other cardiologists, and then he was willing to go that extra step, or even with Susie Westerland. I mean, I was talking with her this morning.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's if that doctor is willing to go the extra step, or if those doctors are always learning and pushing themselves forward, there's probably something out there that would benefit you and not dull your senses. But you just have to be able to champion for yourself. So
that's perfect parlay. I mean, is that something that you're considering?
If I can find something that doesn't have all the bad side effects, like I know if I cut most of the sugar out from a diet.
Yeah, and that's a drug,
and it's
and that plays a lot of it. I mean, diet and exercise will play a lot into a lot of things. We can probably cure a lot of our illnesses in the billion-dollar industry. In pharmaceuticals, we can probably cure a lot of the problems with diet and exercise, but we're also looking at a population that's not willing to go to diet and exercise because that's hard.
Yeah.
And we're not willing to toe the hard line just because of the society that we live in, and we're given a lot of free things all the time. And so you have to be willing to champion for your own health, and you have to be willing to do hard things.
Good. You're willing to do that, obviously.
Yeah, I'm working hard at it.
You are.
And I am a little bit addicted to exercise, and I know that, but
that's a good addiction, as long as you don't hurt yourself. But yeah,
I gotta be careful. Like, I have a online. Well, he used to be a hockey player, Dragon Zach Pease.
Yeah,
I do like online with video cam, and he's like, you gotta listen to your body. If you're having pain, pull back.
Sure.
He's telling me he gives me a lot of good advice, and like. I haven't been running because my knee's been bugging me. So you listen to your body, to stick to walking to your.
Did last year, unless, correct me if I'm wrong, I remember we did a run last year. I think it was we can't say it on here, the big game, because it's a
the football
thing, right?
Yeah.
Did you fall when you were coming on the finish line, or am I dreaming that? Or was it you or somebody else? I remember somebody. It was like a little bit of a.
They tripped. Me.
It was you. No, see how I remember that? I just thought of that now when you said that. I do remember, because I think I was announcing, and I came over to see if you're all right. I thought it was you.
Yeah, everybody came rushing
you
to me.
You skinned your chin or something. You did something, your nose or.
Everybody came rushing up to me. Was like, "Let me up! I want to cross the finish line."
Yeah, you did. So you did it. You did great. Now, was that as a reason? This is before the fracture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that not long before it was I think the open house.
Yeah.
One, and I finished that 5K. I limped across the finish line, but I finished it.
That's a fantastic.
I didn't realize then that I had to fracture.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh man, I'm just out of shape."
No, you're just pushing it through, determined, which is amazing.
I'm like a hockey player.
Yeah, I know. You should get out in the ice here with our local River Dragons. These guys would love you. I mean, that's I played for many years. Got a lot of problems now, but I don't regret it. It was good.
Yeah. They push themselves to some crazy stuff. So.
Oh yeah, you are now today of this podcast. When you leave, are you gonna ride a bike today? Are you gonna hike? What are you gonna do?
Probably not go cycling with them. I got Costas RPM class at.
Oh, excuse me. Wow. Now we're gonna do our RPM. How do we go from that to RPM? Because everyone knows RPM. That's like high cardio workout. That's great.
She pushes us. But she makes it fun.
That's good.
I'm promoting the Y here. They're a great place there.
The Y is a great place indeed. Hashtag it the next time you're near. Hashtag YMCA COLGA. There you go. Joanne's working with us with Gallant Few and whatnot, and having a good time again with that. She's on our team and promoting it, and the Y's backing it up as well. So these are good things that just keep people active. Because when you think about it, everybody's got something going on, right?
Everybody's got something, and everyone has the same amount of time.
That's it. So that means there's no excuse. I mean, get out there, get fit, everybody. Just do it for
Just
crying out loud.
move.
Move.
Once you stop moving, then, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to my Gino Vanelli transition. It's called People Gotta Move. It's a song, Joanne. Tony, remember
don't know
Gino
that one
Vanelli?
either.
It was the 70s guy, late 70s.
Neither does Lewis. Lewis did not know that one either.
Lewis
so,
wasn't even
like,
thought about back then.
You know.
People gotta move.
Lewis is like 12 years old, and that sounds like
you
it's
gotta
like
groove.
70 years
da,
old.
da, da, da. Ooh, you gotta move. Yeah, that's it. It's a great song. I can listen to it. Look it up. Anyone listening to this, look up Gino Vanelli. People gotta move. Hope Gino Vanelli hears this. From one Italian to the next. I loved your brother. I used to listen to him all the time growing up in Buffalo. Love Gino Vanelli.
Sorry, Gino.
Yeah. He's from Toronto. I think he's from our neck of the woods. He's from Toronto, Ontario.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's probably a good guy
Toronto.
then.
He brought him out to Toronto.
Now, Zach is going to be listening. Hey, Zach.
Zach, are you in Toronto? Where are you? Yes. That's good. Great city. Joanne lived in the Mississauga area and
No, I
lived in
didn't.
Ontario. Where did you live?
In London, Ontario.
Well,
That's so far away from
excuse
Mississauga.
me. Yeah, London,
Like so
Ontario's
far away from
so,
Mississauga. That's
so
like
closer
saying
to Buffalo,
that.
closer to Niagara Falls.
Oh my goodness.
London. Okay, so she's in London. She's on the other side of the south of Toronto. Okay, excuse me. But didn't you go to Toronto on the weekends just to chill?
No,
You never did.
no.
Why not? How can you?
That's
not?
like 2.5 hours away.
Jeez, it's like
That's
going
like
from here
me
to
saying-
Atlanta, Georgia.
That's like me saying I go to Athens on the weekend.
And how far do you ride a bike? What's the furthest you've ridden a bike? You Iron Man?
260 miles.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So 2.5 hours. It's like how many hours are you talking there? 8, 10 hours?
17.
17 hours.
16
Yeah. So
and a
there you go.
half.
Come on, you do 2.5 hours. Is
That's
nothing.
my goal is to do at least.
Nothing.
I was working up to do a half century, and this happened.
I mean, there's terrible choices in my life. So
It did. What's this half century? So you did 50. So you did 50 when?
Not quite. I was working up to get to half century.
Okay.
And I think the furthest was like 40 miles. So
it's pretty good.
Almost there. 10 more to go. Let's do it.
I want to do
pretty
bike.
far.
Does a no, your doctor.
It's more than most people drive in a day.
Oh yeah, you're right. Is your doctor
It's more
specific?
than I drive in a week.
I know. I was just going to say for you. Oh, where she lives, she can walk.
Stretching
walk
is
work.
coming over here over the 13th Street Bridge.
Yeah, no. Stretching for her, it would be. Yeah, it's just a warm up. It's a light warm up from where you are. It's good to be in that proximity. I mean, you're in the hub of what we call historic district of the city of Columbus, Georgia. And are you close by where all the great things are? Like Joanne, you have the Riverwalk. You got this. Are you in close
I live
proximity?
like over there a little bit.
Okay, not
and-
far from the city. So you're close by. You can get
Yeah.
on the Dragonfly Trail, which is a network that connects all the trails in the Columbus, Georgia area from the Riverwalk to, the Rails Trails to Man of War, and it's all going to connect at one time. I think they're working on it now. In fact,
That's my goal is to ride. They opened up the Man of War from Hamilton to Pine Mountain. And then this happened, so I haven't made it yet. But
Yeah.
I've heard those hills are monsters.
oh yeah,
They're mountains.
oh they're mountains. No, you do. I can tell you this from the bottom in Hamilton, Georgia, which is
You're not selling it, Bob.
I'm not selling. Okay, let's sell it. Let me try it
Terrible
again.
advertising.
Okay, let's try it again, right? From Hamilton to the country store, down into Callaway Gardens. On the way up there, that even though you're already high up in elevation, the full incline is something like you're going to do about 750 feet, I think.
Ooh.
I think. Something around there. I have to look at my...
Mountain.
Yeah, that's a good mountain. That's a good workout.
Yeah.
I did
Great workout.
YMCA, and it was around LaGrange. I only did like 25 miles, I think it was.
Oh, wow.
There's one.
Only 25 miles. That's
Well,
pretty
they've
good.
done some of the more experienced cyclists did like, I think, I want to say 90 miles or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But this one, the first climb was over, I call it Mount Whitaker. It's on Whitaker Road.
Yeah.
They call it the Whitaker Climb. I call it Mount Whitaker. We got all the way to the top. I'm like, okay, here comes the fun part. We get to go down
Love it.
to the top, a slight dip and another climb. Like, oh my gosh.
It's like, oh, how did I do this? But
My
you
legs
did it.
are burning.
But
I walked the last one. I walked not the last one, but the second one. I was like, my team's like, oh, good, we can walk too.
Yeah. Were you pushing the bike walking, or is this a walk separate?
It's mostly cycling,
Yeah.
but we did a hike bike that one hill because our legs were burning.
Sure.
But there were so many climbs, and that I was like, oh my gosh.
Is your doctor more like a physical doctor too, or is he just deal strictly with your disease? And I hate saying your disease; it's a condition. You're living with it. You're
It's
doing
a
good.
pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a neurologist.
Okay, neurologist. So okay,
So.
gotcha. So but like Joanne said, just push, advocate. Look around. I know you've been doing that. On a day-to-day basis, what do you do? What's your livelihood? Or you free and independent from that?
Some mornings, if I get my hiney up at like 4:45, I'll go work out, RPM or body pump. If I can wake up, I'm not a morning bird, but I'll go to one of the classes and then go to work, and after work I'll go to another class.
Right. What do you do what's your vocation?
Work at Chapter 13. I'm trustee.
Oh, great! Wow,
I'm the receptionist.
That was good.
So,
that was good. Yeah, but that's especially in this state, and that's an interesting business. I would say, yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, it's like I was the file clerk, and then after this happened, I had to do something sitting, and now I can do. They combine both my jobs, so I can move around. Which I can't stay sitting for too long.
No,
gotta move,
it's a good position for you. No, you keep first to see you're engaging and bring people in and stuff like that, and delegate, and that's good. I like that. I think that sounds like a good move for that.
And if it's pretty outside during lunch, I'll go walk a mile around the block.
Yeah.
Around the Broadway up and down.
Yeah.
Stop in and say, "Hey, Jason, hey."
What's your watchy? Which one do you use? What's your fitness
Garmin
watch?
Connect.
Aha, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I'd say that's probably one of your top ones. That's good. That's good. The one I have, they had a recall on because apparently the lithium battery started a fire. And my watch isn't like powering up right, and it's not connecting right, and found out there was a recall on it, and it's the Fitbit Iconic. I think I can say that right, Lewis, or should be able to. I mean, it's a fact. It's out there. It's just a recall, and they're going to say, which is really cool about them, they're going to refund it, and they're giving me a gift certificate on top of it to, they want me to stay with them, of course, and I might be willing to do it. I like their swimming part of it. It works really well, but you got to find the watch or something like that helps track all that, and it's fun to do. Do you find that? Obviously, you have the Garmin Connect. Do you get into like downloading it? And I think you do that on your social media. I think you put your little map on the side, what you did for today. Do you do that?
Yeah, I connect to Strava.
Strava is what you use. Okay.
That's, even though I'm on Facebook, I'm more sometimes on Strava.
Yeah.
Keep up with everybody's what they're doing.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, that's the way you do it. Joanne likes. I think you still use Strava.
I am Strava.
You're Miss Strava. I call her Miss Strava. We have a eclectic bunch of folks here, and in the fitness community, if you will. Joanne taps into that. We see everybody. We've seen from para-triathletes. We see folks like yourself that are fully able and ambulating, folks with maybe just weight issues, or somebody who just has something more mental going on. And it's great because it's almost like it's a gathering of no excuses. Like, let's just get it done. And there's something so empowering about that, especially waiting for that. Sometimes that last person coming over the finish line, that it's their first run ever, maybe, and it doesn't matter shape or size, or somebody who's been dealing with a weight issue, and they'll come over, and now they're not the last one coming over the finish line, and they're just so proud of the fact that they made that accomplishment. It's great to see. I mean, that's what this is all about, and why you're here today, because I know that your frankness, matter of fact, laid back, humble, honest, it's Toni, except I'm never going to get her age.
Listen, I'm a fan of Bon Jovi.
Okay, I love it. I love her, and she does it. You do it with a smile, which is great, and your eyes say it all. You smile all the time. That shows me you got a lot of hope and determination, and you're not giving up. So I'm good with that. That sounds really good. Joanne, how about you?
Bob.
Let's go to Toronto.
It's all you.
Let's go to Sam the Record Man on Yonge Street in Toronto.
Oh, I think that's probably out of business.
This is it, yeah. It probably is. I'm still living in the past. I'm living back in the 80s. I don't know.
Let's look forward,
Bon Jovi
Bob.
days.
Let's look forward.
Good for John Bon Jovi. It's good. So anyway, Toni, thanks so much for hanging with us here today. Is there anything that people, I love the fact we're going to direct them here now. Where could they go, especially with MS or anybody with your saying the group that you hang with and are motivated? Is there some push you would tell everybody to go to? Anyone listening, it could be somebody from California, overseas. Where do they go? Stay connected.
Or if they have multiple sclerosis, go to the National MS Society.
Okay.
The MS Society of Georgia.
Okay.
I'm gearing up to train for Bike MS. I am training for Bike MS,
sure,
which is in September. It's going to be in LaGrange. They got Walk MS is happening in April in Atlanta.
Great.
So
there you go.
Just reach out. Just reach out to them and
okay.
find someone that motivate you to move, be out there, a good social group that gets you out. I don't know how to word it. Like I started cycling with group rides. You know, the Lady Lights ride and Tuesday night ride with Jason, ride on bikes.
Yeah.
They have the full moon ride. Just find
something.
Find your tribe.
Okay, I love it. That's the way I love it. Find your tribe. That's it. We're gonna.
Good book. You should
Good
read
book.
that.
Yeah. Find your tribe. Is that where you got that from, or is that just your mantra?
I didn't get it from that, but I've heard it said before.
Yeah. Find your tribe. Yeah.
I embraced it. I found my tribe at the Y. I found my tribe, the cyclists, which are a great bunch of group. I stutter.
Yeah. No, it's all right.
A great bunch of people.
Right.
So
Well, you're our tribe, Joanne and I, because Joanne and I feed off of you, you know, and that makes us feel good. I mean, it inspires me. You help, believe it or not, when I see you, it makes me, when I see you come over to finish line, that makes me work even harder, if that makes sense.
That's what my friend Sock,
Yeah.
Zach, he's retired hockey player, and he told me Mondays, like, you inspired me. I'm like,
Yeah, you do.
me?
So your purpose is far more than you think. I mean, you think you're not, if anything, we're the ones, you're leading the way, and we're following you, and many times, and many people are. I've heard people say it. You know, if Toni Rae can do it, shoot, I better get my fanny and gear, as you said. So get your fanny and gear and check this out. Check out the local, if it's MS or if it's MD or whatever it may be. You don't have to be a victim. You can get by. We can do it. We can do it together. Find your tribe. And you can find more on this with Toni Rae Hill and any of these podcasts right here at WRBL.com. You can also get it on social media accounts or anywhere where you get your podcasts, such as iHeart, Spotify, of course, Apple. You know, we're there. And YouTube, we said that as well. That would be the visual one, so you could see Toni's smiling eyes. That's right. That's right. And also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We always paste it up there. You'll see Joanne looking at me with this crazy eye saying, Bob, what in the heck is he talking about now?
Trying to follow along.
Trying to follow along. That's right. Dr. Lewis in the house here, our producer and mixer, and much more. We'll see you next week. Toni, thanks for finding your tribe, and thanks for allowing us to be part of it.
Thank you.